Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome in. This is Jennifer with Forever Alchemy Tarot. If you're new to my channel, I'm so glad to see you. And if you're returning, so glad to see you again. This is going to be a collective reading for your person of interest. And I'm just going to light a little bit of sage here real quick. I'm sorry, not sage, Palo Santo. I have a fan running in the background, so it's affecting my flame. Also, in a moment, I'm going to ring my bell 3 times, so if you have headphones on, just be aware that that's coming. Archangels, divine spirit guides, loving ancestors, and all ascended masters, I invite you in. Spirit, I will only interact with those of the highest vibration of the light and with the purest of love for everyone involved. All right, everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're in an area of the world where it's really hot, I'm so sorry for you unless you enjoy that. For me, it kicks my behind. I have to try and get my stuff done early in the morning or later in the evening if I'm going to leave the house. Okay, so I am going to pull a few cards and we're just going to see what's coming towards you in regards to your person. So the judgment card wanting to show itself. If it comes back out, it is meant to be. Think about your person, please. Take a few deep breaths. Relax, and I hope you enjoy the reading. Now, I want you to notice that these cards are not in the reverse. Okay? We have the Queen of Swords in the reverse here, though, came flying out. The Queen of Swords represents air energy. That would be Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. I feel like that is probably you. The Queen of Swords is a no crap taking kind of individual. They have been through much. Boundary setter. In the reverse, could be that you are not willing to communicate with your person at this time. Could be that you are not willing to put up with anything. Could be that you are thinking about going against boundaries that you have previously set. There could be someone around you that isn't real happy with what you're doing, what did I say? There's that judgment card. Okay, so this could be your person. They see you as, well, first of all, they would love to have another chance with you. They really would like your forgiveness. It feels as though they don't know if they deserve it or that you would perceive them as deserving it. With the Eight of Cups here, if this is your energy, then you are walking away with forgiveness. You are forgiving. You may be forgiving yourself in this situation. You may be forgiving yourself if you have allowed your boundaries to continue to be crossed again and again and again. Okay. Now, I really don't want the cards to fly out. All right. What can the collective be made aware of? Who is their person, first of all? What's going on with their person? How's that? What's going on with the collective's person of interest? One more time. Sorry, I know shuffling can be irritating. I want to show that at the bottom before I do this, because earlier when I was shuffling off camera, prior to starting the video, the Ace of Cups came out. So your person could be moving, they could be practicing self-care, they could be looking at you like the only one they love, or that you own their heart. All right, it looks like, so we have Scorpio energy here and we have Virgo energy here. Scorpio is the death card, the Hermit is Virgo energy, heavy Virgo because the Knight of Pentacles is Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, but it can also very much so represent Virgo in my readings. Your person is focused on their finances. For some of you, this person wants to come forward, wants to come toward you with an offer of, stability and commitment. But however, I should say, they are not feeling like they're ready. There is this hesitation with the Two of Pentacles, Earth energy. This would be juggling a lot. This would be their finances are not stable yet. More money going out than coming in. Also juggling a lot in their private life. The Knight of Swords, air energy. So that's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And earlier we did have the Queen of Swords that fell out, and that is also air energy. The Knight of Swords is someone who urgently wants to get a message to you. They have levels of anxiety, intensity for sure. They may come in with not the best words. So your person could be holding back at this time because they fear that, of how to communicate with you, how to get their feelings across. The Knight of Swords is not the most delicate. It can be all over the place. I just heard that your person is having a difficult time sleeping, a difficult time resting. High levels of anxiety, but they've got a lot going on in their life. They're going through a lot of changes. They are healing, but if this is a past person for you and they know you, or they believe that they know you well enough, they are assuming that you won't think that their healing process is fast enough or good enough or at the level that you would like it to be at. They are spending time in solitude here, really trying to figure out their next move in life, where they're going, what they're doing. I don't have any emotions on the table yet, except for the bottom of the deck here. You can see that. Let me scoot this over a little bit. And that would be the Three of Cups. So for some of you, your person definitely is thinking about coming back around. They do want to talk to you, hang out with you, see how you've been. They're in a state of denial or not really wanting to show all their cards. They're guarding their emotional self. Like I said, the King of Swords is someone who's emotionally detached, coming across as if they're not really willing to give you too much at this point, or that they actually cannot, like I said earlier. Non-committal at best. For some of you, your person could be a parent, a single parent. They could be really holding on to some stubborn influences. Let me get some more cards. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here, please? Yeah, so their finances are not, they're struggling with that. They're struggling with commitment. Yeah. Oh, big time. Oh, they do love you so much, though. The commitment is being held within. So at the bottom of the deck, these are things that we don't see, but that the individual is holding on to. They think about it, they know about it, they have these feelings, they just hide it. It's not conducive to their daily living. It makes them feel depressed. They can't keep themselves motivated. Um, there's definitely the pressure of that. I don't know why I'm saying the pressure. The Knight of Swords feels like pressure to me. Your person is very much so focused on the Three of Cups that are laying down. And, some readers say, oh, they're crying over spilled milk and they're not looking at the two cups here. It's like, but today it feels like your person is very aware of the two of you and your connection. And looking at the Three of Cups is something that they've lost, someone that they've lost. This could be a past partner, but it feels more like family or um, family ideals, love from the past. So that could be anyone, friends, family, siblings, children. It does feel as though this person has the tendency to focus on negativity. What else? Ooh, card just flew. Oh, let me get that. So sorry. There's the Emperor showing itself again, along with the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is really about, wanting to work things out, wanting to collaborate, wanting to build something, um, a firm foundation, wanting to create. Um, the Emperor can be a father card. So I really feel like there's something going on for your person. Like maybe they're not in contact with certain family members or their kids from a previous relationship or something. I don't know. That was just coming through. And yeah, so we're going to leave that right there. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Five of Pentacles. Feeling left out, really, not knowing what move to take. And how about the Two of Pentacles? Money going out, not so much coming in, juggling a lot, choices needing to be made in finances and or commitment. Two of Pentacles, please. Yeah, your person feels really stuck, but this is a lack mentality. It's in the mind. If you see here, this woman has all of these swords around her, okay, 8 of them. And she's standing on water and earth simultaneously. So there could be a big, push, a big sway of emotions back and forth. Sometimes I feel grounded, sometimes I'm over emotional. In the background here, there's some houses on the cliff. So that could be like stability, it's just on the cliff's edge. So a question of stability, and not knowing if I can anchor that in. But if she's very loosely bound with what looks like to be cloth, and she could probably wriggle an arm out or a hand out and take the blindfold off and see that none of these swords are a threat, and they're not even surrounding her fully. She could move in several directions to get out of this. So that's why we refer to this card as a lack of a mentality lack. They're a lack mentality. Fearing the worst, like I said, a sense of negativity. This feels like just behavioral patterns that haven't been transmuted yet. What else? The World. So your person is trying to, they're trying to grow. They're trying to learn. They're trying to figure it out. Wanting to take a leap of faith, just probably, wanting to take a leap of faith toward you. Queen of Pentacles. You're so determined and independent, and beautiful and capable. Yep, they want to come in with that cup of love, but they fear the boundaries that you've set. Again, but the world is like a completion, a cycle that's complete. But in this context, it feels like your person is trying to figure out who they are. I need to cover those. The person's trying to figure out who they are. They're trying to gain a sense of self. There's just this really heavy theme of stability. And so your person is really focused on, if I can get my finances in order, then I can come back to the collective. If I can get my housing in order, then I can come back to the collective. That may not be for everyone. I mean, I feel as though I need to say that your person needs to work on their insides. And then, as some of us know, once we start working on our insides and clearing that garbage up, then our finances tend to align and our stability starts to align, and so on and so forth. But we got to give them some credit for trying, right? It's slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. That would be the Knight of Pentacles. And for the Knight of Swords, what are we looking at? The Queen of Cups. They want to come in and express their deep emotions for you. They see you as being very emotionally mature. They wish that they could express themselves as well as you do. If you're in separation from your person, they are wondering if this is affecting you emotionally as much as it is affecting them. They fear you moving on before they can get their ducks in a row, I'm hearing. They really want to hold on to you emotionally. I don't know. It feels as though your person is like, I don't know if I deserve to ask you to wait for me. So there's this anxiety. What else there? Yeah, for a lot of you, this is a past person. And they're really hoping that they can reunite with you and spark up. They see you as their soulmate. They want to reignite that beautiful emotional connection that they had. You bring out a side of them that nobody else does. You bring out a side of them where they feel safe and safe to have their feelings. You make them feel loved and important and special. And it doesn't feel as though they're getting that from a lot of areas in their life. I'm going to cover that card. All right. How about the Hermit? Why is the collective's person in hermit mode? What's going on here? Temperance. They are trying to figure it out. For some of you, your person could be coming out of addictive patterns, addictive behavioral patterns. That could be anything from actual addiction to just low frequency, codependency, relying on others for validation. They're learning to balance their energies. We have another card. So the Eight of Swords was showing us this. You see her feet are in muddy here. It's some earth, it's some water. There's an emotional thing happening here. And Temperance, this is Sagittarius energy, by the way. The Emperor is Aries energy. Archangel Michael here is 1 foot on land, 1 foot in the water. Has the Two of Cups here. So this This is a very much so a soul contract, a soul mate of sorts. They're aware of this. Uh, and they know that or at least on a subconscious level, there is an inner knowing that things need to be balanced. In doing so, enlightenment occurs. Do you see this third eye being accentuated here? And if we take this path here, that it feels like your person is still somewhat resisting, they will gain that enlightenment. There's a beautiful glowing crown back there. And this would be the crown chakra opening. So needing to balance their energies. With the Six of Swords, your person may be starting to become aware of the fact that they need to move away from influences that are keeping them at a low frequency. Again, it feels like they're not sure if you're going to get away. But they really would like to come around, see you, hang out with you, because you make them feel calm. They don't have that in their current life living situation, whatever's going on in that aspect. Healing is something that they're contemplating. If you see this individual is laying down, there's 3 swords here on the wall. And those 3 swords are, and there's a 4th here. These 3 swords are representing the 3 of Swords. That card comes right before the 4 of Swords, right? And this individual is contemplating that heartache, but really wants to let it go. Like, not ignore it, but like put it up on the wall. Like, here it is. It's like a trophy. I've been through it. However, they do have this 4th sword very close. So if they feel, so they're guarded, but they want to let that guard down. It looks as though they're praying here. In a lot of tarot decks, the individual has one hand on the sword, as if to say, if you come at me and hurt me, I'm going to cut you with this 4th sword, or I'm ready to put my guard back up. But in this particular deck, this individual has its hands in prayer position, and it looks as though they're attempting to release this with a level of acceptance. I want to say grace for some reason. There's growth here for sure. All right, why do we have the 4 of Swords? I feel as though your person is praying for stability, praying for work, praying for a better income, praying for independence. They are praying for you. They're praying for you to not leave them fully. They're praying for you to come back into their life. At the bottom of the deck again, we've got the 5 of Pentacles. This can feel like I'm on the outside. I don't feel worthy. Yeah, there's some worry going on with the 9 of Swords. Definitely the 5 of Swords can feel like winning at all costs, or feeling very, very defeated in a situation. And for some of you, your person is really having a difficult time breaking free of, like I said, of old behavioral patterns, of a certain way of living that has, in their mind, created safety for a very long time. But there is spiritual growth here. You see that this Knight of Wands is going toward the High Priestess. They see you as someone who has a high frequency level, who knows who they are, who is spiritual, intuitive. Maybe you're a psychic. They want to be more like you, I'm hearing. They just want happiness, but they don't know how to get it. And they're really flip-flopping with, their ego and their spiritual aspects for sure. One more of the 4 of Swords. Yeah. So again, we're back to stability. Really hoping You bring them stability, actually. For some of you, your person has just been offered some work, or a new job, a new position, a promotion. They want to be independent of their family. So there is some sort of blockage here with family. I got that earlier, I think. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's the celebration card and work and or commitment, committed to it. They're committed to you. For those of you that think your person's out and about and trying to hook up with others, I don't believe that's what's happening here. I see nothing here that's like that. I see they are so focused on you. Um, they're trying to figure out how to manifest you back in, how to manifest a new beginning. Oh, hell yeah. Look, Knight of Cups. Let me put these down for a minute. Knight of Cups. This is being held deep within their chest. Knight of Cups, Two of Cups, Four of Wands, Ace of Cups, and the Lovers. They want nothing more than you. And there you are. You're causing them to heal. They're having a difficult time in their conscious, waking hours seeing this. Some of them might be getting some, maybe they're dreaming about you, or they're getting some sort of epiphanies during their dream time, dream state. What about this death card? This is the outcome, death, transmutation. For some of you, this connection in your mind is over. Your person is fearing or wondering, is it over? Yeah, they're worrying about it, all right. And they really want you to know that they're committed to you, but they're having a really hard time showing their feelings. It's all about the money, but there is a huge level of commitment here. They've changed. For some of you, they want you to know that they've significantly changed. You may not see it as an amount of growth that you would think is required, but they definitely feel like they have changed. Yep, and there's 10 of Cups. They want to bring this to you. They don't want anyone else. They may have options out there or fear that you have other options, but that is not where they're going. They want to show you that you are the choice. You're the one they're choosing. They want to take action. They don't know if you're going to receive them well. They're still struggling with the ideals of commitment. Like maybe it doesn't look like what you think it should look like. And they feel immature in some way in comparison to you. So you could be dealing with someone who's younger than you. I had a little bit of an inclination early on about children. We can see it here in the 10 of Cups. And then here in the, where'd he go? Here in the Page of Wands, secretly feeling, I don't want to say inadequate, but not at your level is what I want to say. All right, so let's get some cards here. All right, what does your person want you to know? What does your person want you to know? Now, I've pre-shuffled all of these decks, just so you know, but I do it a little bit on camera for those of you that like to see that. What does your person want you to know? Yeah, I can't move on. They're stuck in a loop. They're missing you, and they feel like there's no closure. So for some of you, a text message either way could have been sent, or a phone call. I feel more like texting, messaging, and someone has just left the messages on read or delivered. For some of you, you're wondering or for some of you, your person's wondering if they've been blocked or something. And this one says, it's not me, it's trauma, triggering projection and inner wounds, I'm sorry, inner worlds. So yeah, our inner wounds come from our inner world, right? Our dialogue, past experiences, what we perceive to be our truth. And your person's just struggling with seeing outside of that at this point. Let's get a couple of more. Please take a moment to hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. This helps the algorithm to push my videos. As you see, they're not getting too many views right now. I've done everything I can on my end to promote that. But I believe it's because I took a break for a while. And so YouTube is waiting to see if I'm going to commit. And but it would help if you left a comment, and I don't know, let me know how this video has resonated with you. Let me know where you are in the world. That's always nice to know how far I'm reaching. And or tell me about your life. Tell me what your zodiac signs are, your top 3. I love you guys. Again, I appreciate your time and being here with me. Okay, a couple more. What does your person want to let you know? Make you aware of? Ooh. This says, love me / leave me. Back and forth feelings, unstable affection. Yeah, so let's go all the way back to this 2 of Pentacles here. This person is, slow and steady, coming in real slow. And then the anxiety peaks. Back and forth. This person is in and out of your life, wishy-washy. They don't know their head from their butt. It's kind of like they're all over the place, but it seems like it's calming down because we don't have a lot of cards showing that they're erratic and all over the place. It's like I think they're becoming aware that there's a great need for change, and they're just not completely sure on how to do that, but they are giving it contemplation. They are thinking about it. They're trying to figure out how to take action on these said topics. The tea is cold now. No more drama. Over it. The past has expired. For some of you, your person hopes that you understand that they're coming out of that. If you've got a history with this person and they were always chaotic and there was a lot going on. I know earlier I was talking about addictions or toxic behaviors with the Temperance card, because the Temperance can represent recovery. So, but that can just be emotional recovery, mental recovery, or recovery from behaviors and toxic substances. For some of you, your person may be thinking that you're completely done and over it. For some of you, your person may be feeling that way today. At the bottom, we've got should have been done. It's dragging on, already over, and denial. The clock is set at 10:10, by the way. And in numerology, that can be a synchronistic number for some of you. If you're seeing 10:10, please look that up. And then you never really loved me. Truth revealed, illusion shattered, heartbreak. So your person's really kind of feeling it all today. I will tell you, we've got a lot going on in astrology with the sign of Cancer. We are in the shadow phase of Mercury going retrograde in Cancer. We're coming up on Cancer season. And Cancer is we're also, I think we're in the end days of Jupiter being in Cancer. So there's just a really heavy dose of Cancerian energy, and that can be all up in your fields. I'm a Cancer, by the way. I'm a Cancer Sun, Mercury, and Mars. I have a stellium. I also have a stellium in Virgo and a stellium in Aries, believe it or not. My life is chaotic at best. Okay, what else? What does your person want to say to you? What does your person want to say to you? What does your person want to say to you? Let them fly. I know I was a distraction from your pain. So this could be a thought you've been having. That's an interesting card. For those of you that are in separation from your person, you may have been going through an extreme amount of transformation on your end. I feel like this is on both sides, though. For a good lot of you, both of you were running from what you needed to do, what you needed to grow from, what you needed to release, forgive, accept, so on and so forth. Your person wants to know that they love you unconditionally. What else? They really are resisting, holding back. They really want to talk to you. I can feel these cards are very resistant, which tells me they've got so much emotion built up. Yeah. And they really want to talk. They just don't know if their words are going to be well received, or, there's ego here too. We've got the emperor here, big ego going on, where they feel like if they, say things that are too sappy, too much in their feels, that they'll be perceived as weak or fragile or vulnerable, and their ego is really protecting them right now. I look for you everywhere. So they could be, driving around, going to the store, um, those kinds of things, doing their life, and they're hoping they're going to see you if you live, nearby, or if that's something that happened in the past where you guys would run into each other often. I'll tell you that when we start to raise our frequency and we're no longer vibrating at the same level as some people, you can live in the same town and never see that person again. So that's for some of you. For some reason, I had to say that. What else? This one's face down, so this is something that's hard to say. I wonder if you're happy without me. Oof. Yep. They are not happy without you. You may feel as though this person doesn't care or is moving on with their life, but they are not happy. I left when I saw you with someone. So for some of you, maybe you've gotten back out into the dating pool, or maybe they became aware of the fact, or they, through the grapevine, heard that you were out with someone else. I mean, it's a great possibility that they saw you with someone, but if they know that you're putting your feelers out there, this is, for some of you, they're retracting their energy because they don't know how to show up in that environment. Like, I don't know how to fight for you because I don't know how to fight for myself, is what I'm hearing. What else? A couple more, please. Yep, you see how these cards are being so resistant. That's crazy. Okay. So we have, I want to be more than friends. The timing just wasn't right for us. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. So this could be on either side for either one of you, but I am asking the cards to tell me what your person wants to say to you. And so, yeah, I feel like, your person really wants to hang on to you, but they just don't know if they have the means to do so. And like I said, that could be their finances, their emotional state, their mental abilities, their spiritual aspects. Like, but they do want to be more than friends. They don't consider you just to be someone in their life. And at the bottom, I want to tell you how I feel. I want you. I'm starting to understand our connection. You speak to me through music. I left you before you could leave me. Okay, I think I'm going to end it there, you guys. I love you so much. Again, thank you for being here, and I will see you soon.